So in this video I will create what we described in tutorial as a category block. To create a category block, first of all, into our categories we must have a category that will categorize all our articles that will appear in the category block. So if I was doing a category block to present the episodes of season 1 of my series, for example, I would name my category as season 1. I will save and close this and go to my article manager, where I'm going to create a few articles for my different episodes. So my first article is season 1, episode 1, and here is the area where I will have the text for episode 1. I will copy this, I will click Save and New, and my second article will be season 1, episode 2, and here I will place the relevant text for episode 2. Save and New. Title for this one, episode 3, and here is text for episode 3. Save and New. Episode 4, and here is the text for episode 4. I'm going to save and close. Obviously, if I had more episodes, I would create more pages. So right now I have one article for every episode of season 1, and I also have the category which I have failed to use. So by looking at this, everything being uncategorized, I need to go back and change my category from uncategorized to season 1. Save and close. And episode 2, category season 1, save and close. Episode 3, category season 1, save and close. Episode 4, category season 1, save and close. So now I have created my category, I have created the articles for all my episodes, have categorized them all under the same category. Now I want to create a menu item that will enable me to click on a button and get all those episodes one below the other on the same page. So I'm going to my menus, main menu, and I'm going to create a new menu item. So right now I'm going to name my button season 1. No episodes, just season 1. When I'm selecting, I want to go for articles, and now I'm going for what's called a category blog. Since this is a category blog, I need to choose the category that it will take the articles from. So I want everything that is categorized under season 1 to appear when I click on this button. I will then go to my blog layout. I will choose not to have leading articles. You can play around with those numbers to see what works for you. I will choose to have no intro articles. Sorry, I will choose to have 20 articles. Certainly I haven't got so many, but if I add more episodes I will be okay. And I will make this into one column, and I will not have articles linked. To understand a bit more what these do, you can hover over those names and it will give you a brief description. And then if you change those numbers and you save and you preview your web page, you will be able to understand how these numbers affect the layout of your blog. So for now I'm going to click Save and Close. And now if I launch the front side of my web page, I can see that under season 1 I have all the episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I click on each one of them, a new page will be loaded with the relevant content. Now if I don't want them to appear in that order and I want them to appear from 1 to 4, I will need to go back here, go into my season 1 menu item, and under my options here I can change my ordering. So if I click my article order here, I can go with most with the title alphabetical or with older first, it will both create the same result. So if I go, for example, older first, because I started by building episode 1 first, this will be at the top. So if you have created them in order, if you go by oldest first and you save, let's go to the front and refresh, and now you see they are in the order they were created. If you want to have obviously you will have more text than that, so how do you have the read more button? Going back here, let's close this menu and go into my articles, so content, articles. Let's go into season 1, episode 1. If I have more text for episode 1, I could also have pictures, a couple of paragraphs of text, a video, etc. So I don't want everything on this to appear here. I only want a bit to appear here with a read more button that would enable me to get to a new page. So I go here, hit enter to add an empty line, and with my cursor on this empty line I scroll down and I click the read more button. The read more button has added this red line, and now if I save and close and go to the front end and refresh, you see now the first season, the first episode of season 1 has got the text and a read more button, and if I click this, it loads a page with all the content there. So this is basically the way that you can create an episode guide as a category blog.